Coach, appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, thank you very
Your
much.
first Big Ten Media Day as a head coach of Michigan. How's it feel?
It's awesome. Love it. Love every minute of it.
I want to start with, one of the things that's impressed me so much and fans around the country was how you guys didn't skip a beat last year when you became the head coach, and you really got those guys to rally around you. How have you managed to really carry the culture forward with the team and get those guys to believe in you?
I mean, the cool thing about it is the culture is the players. The players have done everything to sustain what we have and sustain the success that we've had.
Yeah.
And we're just looking to continue that path on the future to make sure that we can sustain that in the future.
Yeah. I've followed your career for a long time as an assistant when you were a tight ends coach at Michigan and offensive line coach. In what ways were you really preparing to be a head coach when you were in those assistant days just a few years ago?
I mean, I think the biggest thing for me is that, a long time ago, Sean Watson told me just to do the best you can at your job and try to be the best where you can be, not worry about the next thing. So for me, I just try to attack every single day like I was a head coach of my position group.
Yeah.
And, every single day, that's what I did. Try to make sure I crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, and make sure that we were in the best place and the best position we could be to win.
Yeah. A big storyline in the Big Ten is your quarterback room right now and who's going to take the first snap for you in 2024. Before you name a starter, before you make that decision, the final decision, what are you looking for in training camp?
I'm just looking for the guy that's going to compete, that's going to take care of the football, that's going to be a playmaker, and that wants to win.
Yeah. You returned Will Johnson as probably the best corner in the country. I'm sure you'd agree with that. You also brought in Amir Hall from an FCS transfer. What are you expecting from your defensive backs, and can Amir Hall have an All-American season?
Yeah, I'm just excited to watch them in training camp, see what they do, see how they gel as a group. I think every group has started to gel the way you want them to, and kind of in the mold that we've seen in the past couple years, and just excited those guys to make plays.
Well, when you think about the new look Big Ten with the 4 new teams and really a more national conference, as you plan for how you're going to build your program, have you changed anything? Have you changed your recruiting approach at all? Have you thought about the travel? How has kind of the new look conference affected things for you?
I mean, from the recruiting standpoint, we're really going to try to find the best fits for us and who we want and what we need, and make sure we have the depth that we need. The biggest thing is with the college football playoff in the season, knowing that you're going to play more games, so the depth has to be there even more, and you have to really solidify that at each position. So for us, that's been our biggest challenge.
Yeah. I know you're an offensive line guy at heart, right? And want to be able to run the football. What have you seen out of your offensive line unit, and can they be the best unit in the Big Ten?
They've really gelled over these past couple months, and watching them in summer workouts has been really cool, and how they've pushed each other, how they pushed the D-line even, and arguably have the best D-line in the country. So to watch those guys work out together and push each other has been really cool.
Yeah. Who on your team, or what about your program, do you think will surprise people the most in 2024?
I mean, I think every single year it's a different team, and there's definitely different places, different faces that you're going to see on each side of the ball, and every single guy is going to do something that's going to have a wow moment at some point. Guys that have taken a step forward. A guy like TJ Guy is really taking a step forward in what he can do on defense, and a guy like Fred Moore on offense. But even all those guys on the offensive line who haven't really played to the roles of the Zach Zinners and the Trevor Keegans of the past, those guys are going to really surprise people.
Yeah. Last question for you, Coach. Day 1 of training camp, when you're meeting with your guys about the season, what's going to be your message about 2024 to them?
I mean, we're just going to try to get really good at football and do everything we can that day to be better than we were yesterday.
Awesome.
And that's all we're going to worry about.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you. Good luck
Thanks,
this year.
man. Appreciate it.